USA Network's special presentation.
In over 100 countries, in 7 different languages, to more than 500 million viewers each week, the World Wrestling Federation, the worldwide leader in sports entertainment. It's the night of 100 superstars. Hulk Hogan.
I know what Hulkamania feels like.
Bret the Hitman Hart.
He caught it! Sharpshooter, he got it!
The Macho Man Randy Savage.
Elizabeth, will you marry me?
The Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels.
HBK will fly!
The Ultimate Warrior.
History has been made here!
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
Ravishing Rick Rude.
Cut the music.
The Undertaker.
Tombstone! He's 450! Tombstone!
Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Everybody's gonna pay the piper!
Razor Ramon.
Take a look at the ball.
Mr. Perfect.
Perfect will be in the showers in 10 minutes.
One historic hour. One unforgettable star-studded show.
Millions and millions of people all over the world watching. There's nothing like WWF action.
WWF Summer Flashback on USA.
For millions of fans throughout the world, summertime fun is the World Wrestling Federation. Over the past decade, the greatest superstars in the history of the WWF have dedicated themselves to provide the finest in athleticism, drama, and pure entertainment. Tonight, we take a fond look back at the men, the myths, and the legends. A salute to the superstars of the World Wrestling Federation who made past summers so glorious and paved the way to the exciting present and even more promising future.
Greed, for lack of a better word, is good.
Words to live by for Ted DiBiase. $1 Million Man and Andre the Giant were plotting a hostile takeover of the WWF. But in the summer of 1988, Hulkamania ruled. The Hulkster and the Macho Man joined forces to form the Mega Power. Their mission, to stop the Mega Bucks. Mega Bucks put special guest referee Jesse Ventura on the payroll, but the Mega Powers had something more powerful than money. The Mega Power's secret weapon wasn't the only surprise that night. Riding the success of his greatest hits was the Honky Tonk Man, the self-proclaimed greatest intercontinental champion of all time. Honky Tonk had a match, but Honky Tonk did not have an opponent at SummerSlam of 1988. Who was it?
Get me somebody out here to wrestle. I don't care who it is.
Came down in 1989, signaling the end of the Cold War. The Soviet Union was no longer a mega power, but neither were Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage. A battle over the services of Miss Elizabeth ended their partnership and their friendship. As the 80s reached the climax, the World Wrestling Federation popularity continued to reach unprecedented heights. Hollywood jumped on the bandwagon with the movie No Holds Barred. The Macho Man coaxed Zeus into the squared circle in an effort to put an end to Hulkamania once and for all. The Undertaker versus The Undertaker. There's only one phenom, but in the summer of '94, there were two. Stop the music. The Ravishing One sets his sights on the ultimate prize. And up next, you're invited to the wedding of the decade.
SummerSlam. The man from the dark side possesses the gold, but this angry hitman is hell-bent on reclaiming it.
And I will be the World Wrestling Federation champion for a 5th time.
SummerSlam. The reigning Intercontinental Champion got the 1, 2, 3 in the 10-man tag. But the bottom line is a promise this stone-cold killer intends to keep.
I'll kiss his ass if I can't kick it, and that's the way it's gonna be.
Stridex presents WWF SummerSlam, Heart and Soul. Live Sunday, August 3rd, only on pay-per-view.
In 1990, Buster Douglas shocked the world by knocking out Mike Tyson. It was the beginning of the end for what could have been a boxing dynasty. And at the same time in the WWF, Bret Hart and Jim the Anvil Neidhart comprised the Hart Foundation. The Anvil and the Hitman were at the beginning of the Hart family's wrestling dynasty in the WWF. Facing demolition in a tag team title matchup, the Hart Foundation was outnumbered, but not outmanned. 1990, Julia Roberts rose to stardom in Pretty Woman. She was stunning, but the WWF had a superstar only in the WWF.
I looked into your eyes, I could see the light. I was the lucky one when you took me by the hand, made me understand I was the only one, and I never felt like this before. Together
not even if you're perfect. In the summer of '91, perfection took a backseat to the excellence of execution. In a classic battle, Bret Hart exhibited the determination and resilience that would become the trademark of his remarkable career, enabling him to win more titles than anyone else in WWF history, with perhaps more to come.
Suplex City coming up. Beautifully executed.
Charles Barkley reinforced Europe's view of the ugly American at the Summer Olympics. However, but all paled in comparison to the night's main event.
Yes, Bret, you are my brother-in-law. But when I step in the ring with you, Bret, I never met you. The British Bulldog, he wanted the big fight. He got the big fight.
The early advantage was delivered by the Hitman as he looked to dismantle his brother-in-law and silence the Bulldog's countrymen.
How bad does he want to hold on to that belt? Barely did he get out of there.
Yokozuna puts the drop on Hulkamania. In 1993, wrestling fans throughout the world mourned the loss of the first true World Wrestling Federation legend, Andre the Giant. No one will ever quite fill the shoes, both literally and figuratively, of the Giant. But in the summer of '93, the mammoth 600-pound-plus sumo star by the name of Yokozuna was ready to make his mark. Yokozuna then set his sights on an icon.
Yokozuna drops a leg on Hogan. Yokozuna, one leg up, two. Yokozuna,
He wants to kill Hulkamania.
Then on America's birthday, July 4, 1993, on board the aircraft carrier USS Intrepid, and then from out of the sky came a man with a destiny to fulfill. Lex Luger jumped aboard the Lex Express in a call-to-action campaign. Lex crisscrossed America. Lex traveled over 9,000 miles gathering support for a WWF title match against Yokozuna. Could Lex Luger bring the WWF title home to America? Leslie Nielsen is on the case.
What was that? Hey, fellas,
the Steel City of Pittsburgh. Paul Bear commits an act of treason against The Undertaker, changing the course of WWF history. And up next, an Olympic moment from Stone Cold Steve Austin.
SummerSlam. The man from the dark side possesses the gold, but this angry hitman is hell-bent on reclaiming it.
It will be the World Wrestling
SummerSlam, the reigning Intercontinental Champion got the 1-2-3 in the 10-man tag. But the bottom line is a promise this stone-cold killer intends to keep.
I'll kick his ass if I can't kick it, and that's the way it's gonna be.
Stridex presents WWF SummerSlam, Heart and Soul, live Sunday, August 3rd, only on pay-per-view.
WWF Summer Flashback, brought to you by the U.S. Army. Look for the Army hyperlink on the WWF AOL site to find out where you can be all you can be. And by 1-800-COLLECT, the way we call Collect Today.
They have come from all corners of the globe, the world's greatest athletes in pursuit of gold. They will run faster, throw farther.
In the summer of 1996, the tradition continues and a star is born. Austin 316 was born. Mano a mano in a battle that would become known as the Boiler Room Brawl. We've never witnessed anything. The Undertaker eventually rose to the WWF Championship. Now the current champion, The Undertaker, faces perhaps his greatest challenge as a match 10 years in the making permits the summer of '97 to close out a decade of legendary clashes.
I never beat him. He's never really beat me. We both pretty much dominated the WWF for the last 7, 8, 9 years. I think the fans want an answer. They want a clear answer. And it's time to step up to the plate and find out who's the best. And you can bring all the, goblins and dark side stuff, because it doesn't affect me at all. I'm not afraid of him. I'm not afraid of the dark side. Never have been. But I would go so far as maybe to say that if I was to somehow lose this match to The Undertaker, if that was the case, then I would be willing to never wrestle or never set foot in the United States of America and put on my wrestling boots again.
Whether The Undertaker retains the WWF Championship or whether Bret Hart claims the title for the 5th time, no doubt this match will highlight 10 years of sensational summer performances here in the World Wrestling Federation.
What happened to Sherry? She's fainted. She what? She's out like a light. A kick to the ribs from the heart. Oh, wait a minute. Look at that. An invasion of privacy. My lawyers will hear about this. We're going down.
Love the way leather feels against your body.